It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got C.D. Lamb. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Cowboys and the Eagles, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end got him. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Once again, it's Swift. The all-pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle. You look at this Cowboy defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP. Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this this one incomplete as well.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Ward to return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. This defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith to the ground. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Goes right back to Smith again. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how are you planning to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this number 1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. On the return is Ward. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage that you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will make it 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive with Vaughn, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down, Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistent.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Lawrence is somebody who remains a fearsome rusher off the edge, even if his sack totals aren't as high as they used to be. But 17 forced fumbles over the last 6 seasons proves he's still getting the job done.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. On the return, Johnson. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this will be taken at the 13. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the gun with Swift. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Well, they do. That's the reason why, where we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
The kick by Elliott is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And that's going to be another good run on first down. This one goes for 14 as he is eating them up here to begin the drive. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 22.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3-play.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 11. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 51 yards on the ground for him so far. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Johnson on the return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dak and the Cowboys getting set for their next possession. He's got a touchdown pass in this first half, but he's also been intercepted twice. So we'll be looking to be a bit more careful with the ball here as they start on 1st down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
On the counter, it's Ball.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
He's throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Smith catches left side. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. On 1st down, Hurts.
And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Chris Watkins
from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. His throw incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
A second down throw for Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
This time they stay on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Nice little juke. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now Lance throwing on second down.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His short throw caught by Goddard. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's now 23-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Hurts. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! DeAndre Swift, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And the call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. It's caught at the one, and he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the two-point try will be unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When they moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
First down, Prescott.
Oh, he was good as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, it's Vaughn. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Prescott off play action. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 37 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone. eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Johnson to return it. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. Brandon Cooks of the Cowboys offense back out there.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he is caught by Lamb. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. 3rd down here. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The kick by Gold is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that what you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. On the return, Johnson. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play fake. Here's Prescott. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On play action, Prescott. Open man downfield is Jeudy. He's got it. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st down, Hurts. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And down he'll go at the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away to his left. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of over...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Mayer, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
King going to look to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 49 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the back
He's on his way. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jerry Jeudy with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. And it is good, and the lead will swell to 9. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. King going to look to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd. Touchdown, Eagles! Chris Watkins for 14 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at early's opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Again, a run with Vaughn.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Running behind center with Vaughn.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Dallas,
They moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
It's Week 10 of the National Football League. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Cowboys and the Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, this entertainment mecca opened back in 2009. It seats 80,000 but has a standing room capacity north of 100K, and we are pushing that today at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. It's Barkley on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Taking it about the 36. 31 yards on the punt there. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses who have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. The numbers for him from a week ago. 23 carries, 82 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Well, I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team. They come up here now 1st down.
Okay, here we go.
Now Jones.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense.
They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons
Drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
Johnson on the return.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The first carry now. This is Johnson.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. The Cowboys at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
Now, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Lance on third down.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. He's into space past the 25.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Michael Mayer,
His fourth touchdown on the year.
and the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now out come the Giants.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They begin with a run by Barkley.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Pass incomplete. offense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That's taken inside his own 40. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that was the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a 1st down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Vaughn on the handoff. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On play action, Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Mayer with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last two snaps. He certainly... put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
From the 45 on second down, Jones.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Jones now from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Lance. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. 45 yards. And the Cowboys are able to add can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now Gold for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw. Jones.
And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll look to throw again. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
From the 43, here's second down and 8.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll find Hodgins there complete.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first down. Big guy. Always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Jones on first down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Up the middle with Barkley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Jones throwing on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving them a lot to think about, a lot of different...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley
with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants get a bit closer.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano. The touchdown here to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this... get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Shotgun now for Lance. Whistling complete to Jerry Jeudy. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Lance now on first down.
Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
To throw, it's Lance.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, You would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. Geno Smith responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Desmond Ridder, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Austin Eckler with a touchdown run. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one...
Reach. We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A gain there of 21 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Lance. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up. He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at it that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he is caught by Lamb. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Johnson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Johnson again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. David Johnson with career touchdown number 60. And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Goal with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 73 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys.
On the option left, it's Jones. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Jones now off the play fake. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Giants first down.
Barkley inside handoff. Down right around the 25. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So time to start going in the... as they come up now, 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Lance rolling to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll toss this out right for Vaughn. Oh, nice move. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They're able to hold them to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
Trying to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
He's brought down at his own 4-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Johnson to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's a give to Vaughn. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Lance. And this one's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones finding space at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Back to throw again. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw again. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now. And
that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak Looking like it's going to go to 6. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Running behind center with Vaughn. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, a run with Vaughn. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, it's Vaughn. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on